Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to my dining room. In today's video, we're going to be talking about dreadlock stereotypes and the way people see people with dreadlocks and how that can affect people with dreadlocks, or how that can affect people that don't have dreadlocks or want to get them. And these are things you can expect to get from people from the outside looking in on dreadlocks. So let's start off with number one. The number one thing that I think a lot of people see people with dreadlocks as stoners, or they smoke weed, or they do drugs, or anything like that. A lot of people do see people with dreadlocks just like that. And those people that see people with dreadlocks like that don't really get past the thought of them doing drugs, smoking weed, being a stoner, or whatever. So many people approach me, which is so funny. I never got approached for, weed or drugs or anything like that before I got dreadlocks. But the funny thing is I never got approached for weed or drugs until I got dreadlocks. Like, people would walk up to me in the middle of nowhere, like in the mall, in the street, on my way to my car, and they would just say, hey man, like they would approach me for weed, like as if I sell drugs or something. Like, that's another thing too, they assume you sell drugs. I don't know what the deal is with that, but it's just kind of a thing that comes with it. It's kind of a stigma that's attached to dreadlocks, and I don't know where that comes from. And y'all, if you don't have dreads, or if you do have dreads, like, that's a bad stigma to carry. Like, I don't want people to know me for, I don't want people to think that I do drugs or smoke weed or anything like that. I don't smoke weed and I don't do drugs, and I think I have a video of me talking about like my whole experience of that. It's actually my testimony video. I believe I speak about it in that video. If I don't speak about it, then I might make a video on that. I think it'd be really interesting. Oh no, actually I do have a video on why I quit smoking weed, so you can go check that out. But yeah, that's one thing that a lot of people see us as, which is really weird. And sometimes I'm like, what the heck? It kind of frustrates me, like, when that happens, and I'm like, dude, what the heck? So the second thing that a lot of people see people with dreadlocks as is people that are lazy. And all of these points I can understand, and it can make sense to some. And the reason why I would say that they see us as lazy, which I've seen people that say that people with dreadlocks are lazy, is they don't take care of their hair. They think you're messy. They just attach you letting your hair become tangled. They think your whole life is like kind of tangled, and it's kind of weird how they put that all together. But that's one thing, that's a stereotype that comes with dreadlocks. So the first one is like doing drugs. That's a stereotype. Second one is that you are lazy. And the number one thing to get out of all these stereotypes is don't limit yourself to these stereotypes, and definitely don't label yourself as one of these stereotypes as well, because a lot of people like to attach these to you, that you're lazy or that you do drugs, and don't allow that to affect you. Now, the third thing is actually really funny, which it happens more than I thought it would actually happen, and happens more than the rest of these, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, is that you are a rapper. And I don't know why this comes about. Like, I'm not a rapper. I know a lot of people with dreadlocks are not rappers. I don't know where people get that idea from. Maybe just because, rappers nowadays, they have dreadlocks. I mean, Lil Wayne had dreadlocks. We see Lil Pump, he has dreadlocks. All these rappers from back then, even up to now, like, dreadlocks is a thing that a lot of rappers do have, and I feel like more rappers have them now than ever before. So yes, I have been approached on whether or not I rapped or not. A lot of people comment in the comment section if I rap. It's always funny to me because it's like, man, this is just like a hairstyle that I chose. Simply put, like, this is just the hairstyle that I wanted to wear. So it is always funny to me when it comes down to when people, the stereotypes that come with dreadlocks. So the first one is that you smoke weed, which I don't. Second one is that you're lazy, which I'm not lazy. The third one is that you're a rapper, but I'm not a rapper though. And the fourth one is the biggest one out of them all, I believe, and that is that you are dirty. A lot of people that don't have dreadlocks think that people with dreads don't wash their hair. And the number one thing I can tell you about dreadlocks is that your hair will not lock if you do not have clean hair. So you have to always be washing your hair, especially after you gain some maturity and that the hair starts locking. Like, you want to wash it as much as possible, because you got to take advantage of that whole process of locking up your hair and maturing it as quick as possible. So to tell you the truth, my hair smells really good. And the thing about dreadlocks is if you wash it correctly and rinse them out correctly, it contains the scent of your shampoo so much better than hair that is not in dreadlocks. Fun fact, if you actually smell the hair of someone who properly washes their hair, it's probably gonna smell really good. And that's how it should be. So this is just a stereotype or a stigma that comes with dreadlocks, is that people think that you're dirty. They think you don't wash your hair, and they probably tag along that you're probably not showering, or they think that you have a dirty lifestyle, that your house is probably dirty. But believe it or not, like, I'm super, I would say, immaculate or precise on where I place things. When it comes to my house, I make sure that everything's in order. When it comes to my office, I make sure that everything's in order. When it comes to videos, I make sure that I'm super precise in what I do. Same thing with my hair. Like when I'm dealing with my hair, I make sure that it's washed properly. I make sure that it's cut properly. I make sure to do as much maintenance as possible when it comes to, you know, getting a fade, or if there's anything that needs to be done with my dreadlocks that is out of my comfort zone, or how I want my dreads to look, then I make that happen. But a lot of people do limit you to the way you look, and that dreadlocks may look dirty, so they assume you're dirty, especially if you have like freeform dreadlocks. People are gonna assume you're dirty. The thing about freeform dreads is you can wash those every single day. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it, but you can literally wash them as much as possible. They won't come out, they won't unravel, but the washing process is what helps the freeform. So to everyone who thinks that people with dreadlocks don't wash their hair, we do. And if you don't, wash your hair, come on now. And of course, all these stereotypes did come out of people actually meeting the standards of all these stereotypes. That means people actually, you know, are potheads that have dreadlocks. People are lazy that have dreadlocks. There are people that are rappers with dreadlocks, obviously, and there are people that are dirty with dreadlocks, that don't wash their hair. So all of these have been done within people with dreadlocks, but believe it or not, all of these have been done with people that don't have dreadlocks. There's people out there who are bald but have all these characteristics. This is one thing that the world will get you to try to think that certain amount of people are limited to certain expectations. So like people with dreadlocks are the same stereotypes and exactly everything that I said. People think that black people are dangerous. There's white people that are dangerous. There's Mexican people that are dangerous. There's Indian people that are dangerous. Every single race on this earth, there's at least one person in that race that is dangerous. So a lot of the time, like I said, the world will limit you to the world's expectation of that person or that group of people. And to tell you the truth, if you fall for what the world is trying to give to you, then it's like you're a fool for that. If you think black people are a certain way because someone says something, or if you think white people are a certain way because they said something, or people with dreadlocks are a certain way because they said something, or people that are bald, or if you take anything that someone said about a group of people, then you are ignorant, and to tell you the truth, you're foolish and kind of stupid. If you really think about that, it's very true. Because how are you going to listen to someone say something about a certain group of people and then be able to agree with that and just run with it without having experience for yourself? There's a few things that I know is that there's always going to be people that don't like you. There's going to be people that hate you. There's going to be people that are against every single thing that you say, even if they agree to them themselves. There's going to be people that love you. There's going to be people that are for you no matter what. So you have to go into every situation with your own knowledge and understanding and your own experience without allowing other people's tainted experience mess up your experience with whatever the world has to offer to you. So it's your job to make sure that you don't allow the world to limit you. But out of all that, that's basically me saying these are the stereotypes. These are how to not let the stereotypes affect you. And these are things that are not only dealt with dreadlocks, but with every single, I would say, group of people or anything like that. You can really relate this to anything. But hopefully this video did help you out. If it did, give it a thumbs up. It is still kind of the Christmas season, so make sure to go check out all the merch and get your friends and family some, or get yourself some, because we do have all season 1 on a discounted price and we have all new designs. But other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully you guys have an amazing day. Matter of fact, have a great day. Peace out and God bless.